Yeah, that was definitely unreal. I've never been in front of that many fans before, so I definitely was trying to kind of take it all in while playing. We had a blast, but yeah, that's definitely something I'll remember forever, was that experience.
Welcome to episode 197 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. Every college player dreams of making an impact with their summer baseball team. Braden Desonia did more than that in his first season with the Medicine Hat Mavericks. The 6'1", 165-pound center fielder was a terror for opposing pitchers and defenses, hitting .348 with 5 home runs and 42 runs batted in, while stealing a Western Canadian Baseball League record 42 stolen bases, 15 more than anyone else this summer. Desonia was also a WCBL All-Star, taking part in the festivities in Okotoks, where he stole the show again at the Home Run Derby, not with his power, but with the storyline of a last-minute request to have his dad, who was flying in from Meade, Washington, be his pitcher. It was a heartfelt moment and a season to remember for the Desonia family. Near the end of the regular season, our Ian Wilson traveled to Medicine Hat and chatted with them both about the opportunities and experiences of baseball north of the 49th.
Basically, Braden Desonia origin story for baseball. How did you, first of all, get into the sport?
Okay, so I think I was around 7 or 8 years old, and my dad came home one day and said, "All right, Braden, I signed you up for Little League this next season." And I remember, I don't know what it was, I just started bawling. I was like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
And so I didn't do it. My dad was, he said, "Okay, we'll wait till next year." And I came in next year. My dad coached a team, and I just loved it. And ever since then, I've just loved baseball more than anything.
So your dad got you into it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously we saw a special moment at the All-Star game and the Home Run Derby. What was that moment like? Just getting to share that with your dad, and maybe think back to some of those memories of how he did get into the sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's been a big part of my entire baseball career, just being with me the whole time, and so it was really special. That's something we always talked about doing, and being able to actually go and do it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Sticking with the family theme, I think your dad and some other family were here last night as well.
Yep.
I've heard there's some here tonight too. What's it been like to have them kind of share some of these moments from this summer with you?
Yeah, it's been great, and they seem to be good luck whenever they show up. Something pretty cool happens, so it's been really awesome that they've had the time to come up here and get to see some ball games, and it's been fun to be able to play in front of them. Do
you have to keep them with your billet family, or
No.
Yeah. And then just tell me, just walk me through last night. You have like 5 stolen bases in a game is not easy. That one of the harder parts is getting on base to start. So you know, 4 for 4 and a walk. Just what was your approach just getting on base to begin with?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really thinking about it that much. I was just trying to help us win the game, but just trying to get some base hits and give us a chance to stay in it, but it worked out.
Yeah. And then the 5 bases, was there anything anything in particular you were watching for, or are you just being super aggressive? Like, what was
we were being a little aggressive yesterday. Luckily, we had some pitchers who were a little bit slower to the plate, so we were kind of able to take advantage of that. But yeah, we kind of knew going into the game 3 was the goal for yesterday, but got a little luckier and got 5, so it was awesome.
And it's an important game last night, right? You're trying to clinch. So how, you're kind of balancing some of the personal goals, I assume, and also the team interests. But did that come into play at all? Did you have to be careful that you were stealing at the right situation? Or did everything just line up nicely?
Obviously, we want to win the game first, and so I wasn't going to try to be too reckless or anything. But yeah, I'm just focusing on winning the game, and that was a great byproduct of playing decent.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about the record. How did you find out about it? Did you know when you swiped that? I think you knew. How did you find out about the record?
I actually first heard about it when you interviewed me at the All-Star game.
No. Okay.
You said something like it was 40, and was I really thinking about it? And at that time I wasn't. Yeah. But we got towards the end, and I was kind of like, 5, 6 more bases? It's possible. So
awesome.
yeah, it was on my mind for sure.
Awesome. So you owe me a beer, is what you're saying.
yeah, for
Well,
sure.
I'm glad we planted the seed on that and provide a little bit of background there to spur you on to do that. That's awesome. Tell me about the summer in general. The record's kind of been, it is what it is. It's like you've had some down times this season. You've had some good times, and you've qualified for the postseason, so that's a big thing. Also, the crowds have been really good from everything I've seen. Just walk me through the whole experience of this summer in the WCBL.
Yeah, Medicine Hat's definitely a really special place, and I've enjoyed my time here for sure. And through thick and thin, the fans have been here rooting us on the whole time, so that's really helped me kind of stay engaged and locked in even through it all. And so I've had a blast. The program's really awesome and the league's really awesome. So
yeah. What did your dad say to you after you broke the record, and the rest of your family for that matter? I'm not sure who else is here for your family, so feel free to give a shout out to the rest of them too.
Yeah, shout out to my mom and dad are here, and then my Uncle Brad and Aunt Cindy also came down. This was their first game, so that was pretty awesome. Yeah. And he came down after the game, said he was proud of me, and so it was pretty special for him to be here. And
nice. How was last one for you? How was the All-Star experience? I mean, I know as a fan and just someone like watching the event, I was like, wow, we got 6,000 plus fans. You got the Derby. You learn, all about the Derby and that kind of thing. But what was the whole kit and caboodle like to be a part of?
Yeah, that was definitely unreal. I've never been in front of that many fans before, so I definitely was trying to kind of take it all in while playing. Wish I would have done a little better at the Derby, but it is what it is. It was still a great time, and we had a blast. But yeah, that's definitely something I'll remember forever, was that experience.
Did you throw some shade at your dad for not pitching good enough to
No, he did fine. It was didn't have the pop, I guess. I thought I did.
That's an intimidating event, right? Like everyone's like, well, you're getting like nice meaty pitches to hit, but that's a lot of hacks. In 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was drained by the end.
Just your overall season, right? You're getting a lot of attentions for the steals. You've got some pop. You've hit some homers. You're in the Derby. You hit for average. Like you've been a complete player, and you've had a complete season. Is that? Do you take pride in having that overall game, and do you want people to look a little bit beyond just the stolen base category when they look at you?
Yeah, I definitely try to be a little more well-rounded. But overall, I'm just trying to help us win in any way I can, whether it's trying to hit for some power or stealing some bases, just trying to help us.
Awesome. Well, I know you're in a bit of a rush. You got a game to play tonight. Good luck tonight, and thanks again for joining me.
Yeah, thank you.
Rob, thanks for joining us on Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I guess, first of all, tell me just a little bit about Braden's journey in baseball. He was telling me, I asked him about his kind of origin story about getting into the sport, and he said the first time that you kind of were like, hey, like, why don't you try baseball? He was like, no. Do you remember those days, and what flipped the switch for him?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. We lived in a gated community. In our place, we had a swimming pool and whatnot in the backyard, and I remember we'd get done swimming, and he loved to swing. We had a swing set in the backyard. He goes, Dad, will you push me on the swing? And I want to say he was 5, maybe 6 years old. Yeah, I think he was probably 6. And I said, sure, let's go. And I had knew that I was going to coach a coach pitch team. Yeah. And I didn't want him to play t-ball. I'm not a big t-ball fan. Yeah. And so anyway, I'm pushing him on the swing, and I said, hey, bud, I go, what do you think about playing some baseball? And he goes, yeah, no, I don't think so, Dad. And I'm pushing him on the swing, and I said, well, gosh, it'd be a lot of fun. I'll be your baseball coach, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. No, Dad, I don't think I want to play baseball. Yeah. And I said, well, I'm going to have to trade you in for a new son, because I really need a son that's going to play baseball. Yeah. And he started screaming, crying. It was unbelievable, right? Yeah. Well, my wife heard it. Yeah. And she comes in from the house. She goes, what is going on out here? And I said, oh, Braden and I are having a discussion. He goes, well, she's like, what's the problem? Yeah. I'm like, well, Braden doesn't want to play baseball. And she goes, well, that's fine. I said, no, it's not fine. And so anyway, I bribed him. I brought the jerseys home. I picked him up the next day, and I put him on the bed. I said, come here, bud, I got to show you something. I said, any number you want. Pick any number you want. Yeah. And he picked number 10. Okay. And once he put that jersey on, it was never a thought. Yeah. And never a second thought. And he was off from there. Yeah.
Was baseball a big part of your youth? Are you a big fan of the game? Why was it important to you, I guess, to have him pursue the sport a little bit?
Yeah, so I'm from Bridgeport, Michigan, originally.
Yeah.
So I grew up as a kid playing hockey and played baseball and pretty much every sport for the most part, but hockey and baseball were my two go-tos.
Well, you'll fit in Medicine Hat.
Yeah, exactly. Eh?
Yeah.
And so anyway, when Braden was born, hockey was really not an option just because I knew the travel and the time commitment, 5 a.m. at the rink, and I just didn't want to do that to my family or him, right?
Yeah.
And in Spokane, it's a grind.
Yeah.
So
big hockey town there, for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we put out some good players for sure.
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson, Yamamoto's. We got some good talent.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the baseball is a little bit easier, and so anyway, I started coaching him, and I felt kind of bad because he's always been on the smaller side, and he's always played up a year or two. So he's always the youngest kid, the smallest kid, and so naturally second base was his position because he could field the ball and get the ball to first.
Okay.
And so he's been a second baseman his whole life, and got to college and high school. All state, all conference, first team all conference his senior year, and believe it or not, he was our closer as well on the mound.
Way.
Yeah,
okay.
his senior year is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then I ended up accepting an offer to Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri.
Yeah.
In first year, he played some second base, off and on, split some time with the junior, and then the following year, just through attrition with the players they had, they decided to move him to outfield. They liked his speed, his arm, I think, and the other guys could play that position right. And man, he's doing so good out in the outfield. I'm so impressed.
Tell me, fast forward a little bit to this summer, not even this summer, but just right before. How did Medicine Hat come up, and did he consult you about, hey, is this somewhere I should go and pursue, or when was the first you heard about him possibly coming?
So our coach at Columbia, our assistant coach Boomer, had a player from Medicine Hat that played at Columbia. What was his name? Local kid. It'll come. He was a second baseman. Anyway, he's from here, and we've had players come up here in the past.
Nolan Ratty?
Yeah, retire. Ratty, that's him. Yep.
Yeah.
And so when the Medicine Hat got back into the league this year after the layoff of the COVID and stuff, they made a phone call and told them what their needs were. And Boomer said, hey, I got these guys, Braden, Kellen, and David. And he talked to them, and they said, hey, it's a good opportunity. The guys that have played there previously loved it. It's a great league. It's good competition. And the owner's phenomenal. They had a lot of good things to say about Greg, and I've been more impressed with Greg. But anyway, he called me and told me, and I said, it's an 8.5-hour drive. That's better than 2 days to Sedalia where he played last year, right, in the Midwest. So it was a good fit, and it's been a phenomenal experience for our family and for him. It's been great.
Tell me, had you been up to visit prior to the All-Star game, or was that kind of the first time up?
No, this is my wife and I came. My wife and I came up for a home series, and then my daughter and I came up for Father's Day weekend.
Oh, nice.
For 3 or 4 or 5 days, whatever it was. Then we came up for the All-Star series, and then of course this has been on the schedule, being they had a 3-game home series to end. So
you've got a good dose of it. That's
we did.
Good.
Well, we loved it. We got here and loved the facility and the people. Braden's made a couple comments in his interviews how these people they take you in and they love the game and they're so supportive. It's been phenomenal. Love it. Great community.
I have to ask you about the All-Star game. It was a special day, special event. Even just witnessing the Derby and you getting that moment with Braden to pitch to him in the Derby. When did you first learn that you get that opportunity, and whose idea was it, and how cool was it knowing you'd get to do that?
Yeah, so Braden gave me a call, which is weird because he never calls. It's a Snapchat, or he might FaceTime once in a while, and he's like, hey, Dad, how's it going? Good. He goes, hey, man, I got selected to be in the home run derby, and I started laughing at first. Because he's not a home run hitter. And I'm like, well, God, that's great, kid. Good for you. Have a good time. He goes, hey, I wanted to see if you wanted to pitch to me.
Yeah.
And I said, well, yeah, if you can get it cleared, I'd love to, because we'd sit and watch the All-Star game, watch the home run derby, right? And watch, you know, some of the dads pitch to their kids, and we always said, yeah, we're going to do that someday. We're going to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what all
just
fathers
dreaming.
and sons do, just dreaming, right?
Yeah.
And when he got the word, I can guarantee you probably the first thing he thought of was those moments, sitting on the couch, watching the All-Star game and watching the home run derby. And so, I was super, super, super pumped when he told me about it. And I was super excited to experience it with him for sure.
Getting into the event, like I was saying to him, there's actually a bit of pressure on to you know, perform, and there's a lot of swings in a short period of time, so he was probably pretty tired. How about you? Were you feeling like stress, like I gotta lay it in here, or were you just enjoying the moment?
I was enjoying the moment, and we talked prior to. I said, listen, you tell me where you want the ball, and you tell me how hard you want the ball. I've been throwing BP for 20 years.
Okay.
Right? And he said, well, let's just keep it soft. And I'm going, nah. I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, nah, man. You need a little bit of, just dart, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, we went with this plan, and looking back now, we ever get an opportunity to do it again, and I get to do it again, we'll go with my plan next time.
A little more heat next time.
Just a little bit harder, But no, it was great.
Tell me about the overall experience. I mean, I was at, as I said, I was at the game. I just thoroughly enjoyed it as a fan and a spectator and an observer. What was your experience like, and having your family there, and just getting that extra kind of insight into what was going on, and 6,000 plus people, that kind of thing?
It was great. I mean, got there early, and his host family, Keith and Dot, came with us, and Keith and I told him, we got there like 30 minutes, so I'm always early, and I said, well, let's go see if we can get in. I'm Desonia's dad, they'll let us in, right? And so we get up there, and we just walk in, and they shagged us out, you know. I said, nah, you guys can't be in here. Well, then one of the people found out who I was, and Braden was in the derby, and they came and grabbed me and said, hey, if you want to come in, let's do this. So he let us in. It was phenomenal. What a beautiful facility, man. It was it's beautiful, and the crowd was amazing, and just seeing my son hitting leadoff in the game after doing the home run derby, and he leads off with a double down the left field line, a stand-up double, scores the first run, and then I don't know how many people know this, but his second at bat, he was facing a pitcher, Josh Tucker from Sylvan Lake. Well, Josh Tucker's from Spokane as well, and him and Braden played travel ball together, and the kid's a stud, right? And so they played each other during the season, right? And I can't remember, Braden was hitting second and third in the lineup. Well, the first two or three batters, the first couple batters, Tucker was 88, 89, right? Braden comes up, he's 92, 92, 92, 92.
Oh, no
strike
way.
one, strike two, strike three.
Oh, no
right?
way.
Then he had a pretty successful at bat the next time. And he was 0 for 3 against Tucker, but that's the game. Braden, he ended up hitting a grand slam there when Tucker came out of the game. But when he faced Tucker in the All-Star game, I'm like, okay, this is an exhibition. I know Tuck, he's just going to just pipe. Try to get up by him. Well, Braden just smoked one to left center, and unfortunately it was right at the center fielder, but it was pretty cool to see, man.
Nice game within a game with some hometown vibes to it.
And Braden Cortez is one of Braden's best friends that played on the same Expos program from Weyburn. Was on our All-Star roster. I think those were the three from Spokane that were in the All-Star game. So that was really cool.
Baseball can become a really small world, can't it? And then tell me about, like, last night, another special night. And actually I was happy to hear Braden told me that he learned of the stolen base record when I was interviewing him. I was like, hey, are you going to go for this? And he's like, oh yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. And then he started thinking more and more about it. What was it like watching? I mean, 5 stolen bases in one game is pretty impressive. First of all, you got to get on base. Like,
he's done it twice this year.
Yeah, that's wild. So, I mean, what was the roller coaster of emotions just kind of watching him navigate that game last night?
Yeah, well, throughout the year, you know, he got off to a good start. And he's really smart, and he gets good reads and tends to get a good jump. And I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago, I said, do you have any clue what the record is in this league? He's like, nope, no idea. And he's not a record chaser at all. He just wants to help the team and win, right? And he goes, no, I have no idea. And then, of course, after the All-Star game, we were talking. He goes, when I was getting interviewed, he goes, the guy asked me if I was going to chase the stolen base record.
Yeah.
And he goes, I don't even know what the record was. And he said it was 40. And he's like, 40? And he goes, hell, that's a lot of stolen bases, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shoot, dude, you're halfway.
Yeah.
You're halfway there. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
get this done, right?
Yeah.
And so I wanted him to get this record from day one. I'm like, let's do this, man. Get into the record books. You never know when you're going to get this opportunity again, right?
Yeah.
So it was real important to me. Well, last time we get to the park, he told me, he goes, or we went and had lunch yesterday before the game, and he says, yeah, he goes, me and Coach Forgy, we want me to get the record. We're going to try to get it.
Yeah.
And he wants me to get it at third base so we can pull the bag. You know?
Yeah. The Ricky Henderson
the
moment.
old Ricky Henderson moment, right? And so it's kind of funny. We watched the moment. It was so surreal to see.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, and I didn't record it.
Yeah.
Because they do the
home
game
team.
live, right?
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
well, I'll just,
yeah.
I can go on there and I can record it and save it. So he gets the stolen base, and you see him going over to 4G, shaking hands, and then they pan in.
Oh.
And so they don't get any of that moment of him pulling the bag, holding the bag.
Oh, no.
Thank goodness Tubbs got some really nice pictures and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'm really proud of him.
Yeah.
Really, really proud of my kid. I'm proud of everything that, this team has done. They've had some major ups and downs.
Yeah.
And I think he leads by example. He doesn't quit. He's a grinder, and I think the rest of the kids can feed off that for sure.
Yeah. Well, I was saying to him too, everyone's paying attention to the stolen bases, but he's got a little bit of pop in the bat. He's picked for the Derby. He's hits for average. He's got kind of, and I think Greg Morrison was saying that he's got a pretty good arm in the outfield too.
Yeah.
So he's got an all-around game that you might sleep on if you're just looking at the stolen bases category.
Well, if you go to the stats, he's leading the entire league in hits. He's got 79 hits.
Yeah.
I think that there's two guys that are behind him with 75 hits.
Yeah.
And depending on what he does tonight, I'd be surprised if those two guys catch him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to win that.
Yeah.
The hits for the conference, and he's top 10 in batting average and on-base percentage and RBIs. And, he's come a long way. Yeah. He's doing well. And kudos to the coaches in this organization, too, right? Because you can't do it without a good organization and good teammates, so...
Still got playoffs to get through and all that, but and tonight's the last game of the regular season. But just if you can, thus far, give me your main takeaways just from having that front row seat on Braden's year. He's a senior, I believe, is he not?
Yep, he'll be a senior this year.
Yeah, so this is kind of one of those. There could be more, there might not. You never know. So what's kind of the main takeaways from this experience in the hat and just drinking it in?
Yeah, I think what I've learned, what he's learned, his confidence with what he can do on the field. I think he doesn't even understand. Greg Morrison, Braden was telling me early in the season, Braden said, yeah, Greg was talking to me, and he goes, Greg told me, he goes, you don't have any idea, the potential that you have. And I hope that after this season he understands the potential he really truly has. He's a special kid. Yeah. He can hit, he can run, he's smart, he's got a pretty good arm. Kids like that just need an opportunity, right? Yeah. Because he's been very successful every place he's ever played and every league he's ever played. He's the guy, and he gets it done. Yeah. And so he just like Greg said in his interview on the weekly show, this kid needs an opportunity, needs a contract, and he'll prove himself. In my opinion, he's that guy. Awesome. So.
Well, congratulations on just the whole summer for you as well.
Thank you.
You got to participate and take part, and
it's
I'm happy you could come up and enjoy what Medicine Hat and the league has to offer. It's been great having you, and hopefully we'll see you around, and we'll hear a lot more of that Desonia name in years to come.
That'd be great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks again to Braden and Rob Desonia for joining us, and to Ian Wilson for the great interviews. We'd also like to thank all of you for downloading and listening. Make sure to subscribe on your podcast app so you don't miss a moment of the action. And a tip of the cap to our Platinum supporters for all they do for us and for baseball in Alberta. The Okotoks Dogs and AHP Academy have been terrific teammates of us from the beginning, and we can't say enough good things about them. And for those who support us at the gold, silver, and bronze levels as well, to learn more, head to our website. Until next time, thank you for all your support online, on social, and on air of Alberta Dugout Stories.